Oh, hell yeah. Oh, there it is. It's the Xtreme kickoff show. Ain't that right, Skeeter?
When? Let me know when it's time, and then I'll get ready.
It's happening god dang now. The kickoff show is the kickoff means that it's before the official show starts, and the part of the show, god dang it. Let me start over. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Xtreme Kickoff Show. This is before the show, the official start of the show, where if you are watching right now, we ask that you share this link. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, and now on Twitch and Periscope, share the link, tweet the link, share it everywhere you can. Share it everywhere you can muster. We got to get as many views on this as we can, because we deserve the views. Ain't that right, Skeeter?
Wait a minute. People in Submarine are watching this?
What are you talking about?
Because they got periscopes in submarines.
No, the Periscope, the goddamn app. The app that's connected to Twitter, you idiot. Listen, okay.
Yeah, that's what they use. That's what the people in submarines use, the Navy, and that's how they see stuff. Hi,
yes.
Navy!
Yes, I know that is what the goddamn Air Force and Army and Navy Marines use. They use that in their submarines, and I goddamn support it. I'm an American. But listen, Skeeter, Periscope is an app. We're now streaming to not only to Facebook and YouTube, but we're streaming to Twitch and to Periscope. So that's why in this kickoff show, which is happening right now before the official start of the show, this is the part of the show. This is the part of the kickoff show where we ask people to share the link, because it's very important that people share it. Not just tweeting it or sharing it, but come on, text your wrestling friends. Share it in your wrestling Facebook groups on YouTube. Yeah, Skeeter, I'm punching my hand. It emphasizes my goddamn statement. But yes, before the start of the show, we got to get people tuning in.
Well, send out a torpedo, Navy people, to the enemy and let them know they should watch the show. That's the last chance they get before they have to surrender.
Not only am I asking you guys to do it, I'm doing it myself. I'm going on Twitter right now. We're live, pal. Tune in now and tweet. So I'm doing it too. Share the show. You know, the more people watching this show, tonight is a big one. Tonight is a big one, and god dang it, more question live episode, Skeeter.
Yeah, because you got. Well, I'm pretty excited about the guest.
Yeah, it's a hell of a guest, and you know what? I think it's about time that we start this show, and then we will bring in our guest shortly thereafter. Live from the virtual backyard, it's Question Mark Live with your host, Mark. Xtreme, 15 plus years undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner. And here with me is the shit on my shoulder,
Mark Madden. No, that's the guest. I'm Skeeter Skyflyer.
This guest is not Mark Madden. You already screwed this up, Skeeter. Skeeter Skyflyer, ladies and gentlemen, I've given you the best
hotline.
I think he did do the WCW hotline, but it's not Mark Madden. Okay, let me get back to my intro, Skeeter. You're fucking this up already. Listen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've given you the best shoot interviews, the best wrestling podcast, and now I'm giving you the best wrestling live stream. Some may say it's a golden stream, and you know what the best things about things that are live, just like that, how WCW Nitro was live? Anything can happen, and anything will happen. Just like when DX tried to invade WCW, anything can happen, and anything will happen. And tonight, we've got a very... Hold on, before we get to the goddamn guest. Oh, god dang it. Ted, what the hell are you doing here, Ted?
Oh, I love you, son. I miss you so much.
First of all, Ted, I already talked to you off camera. When you type your name in, don't put Mark's father. You're not my real dad.
That breaks my heart when you say that. It breaks my heart. It's devastating to me. Hey, Skeeter, you like my fancy new headset?
Yeah,
for Skype? What?
Are you a helicopter pilot?
Yes, I am. Chopper Chopper coming in for a landing right on top of my son, Marky Xtreme, to give him a big hug, and a big kiss.
I don't want you on top of me at all.
Mwah!
Okay, I gotta bring in our guest. You've seen him on you've seen him in WCW. You've seen him in Raven's Effect podcast and doing comedy in Los Angeles. And I've even heard that he's involved in some movies. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's Chad Damiani, everybody. But you don't look like your picture.
What?
Did he
What?
leave?
You offended him.
I didn't mean to. I hope he comes back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, maybe we were just having some technical difficulties here. I don't know what happened, but we're supposed to have Chad Damiani on the show. Okay, I think he's coming back in. Let's reintroduce him again. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's Chad Damiani.
Hey, thank you very much, Mark, Skeeter. Thank you for having me.
You don't look like your picture from WCW no more.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago, Mark. That was at the end of WCW has existed actually for over 20 years.
It exists in my heart still, forever in my heart.
Well, your heart doesn't get ratings, so
I beg to differ.
yeah, my job's gone. Oh, interesting.
Okay. Well,
Thank
ladies
you,
and
by the
gentlemen.
way. I don't think about this stuff normally, so I just want to say really quickly, it's a pleasure to be brought back to a time in my life where I was truly happy. And all day today, I've just been thinking about what I lost when I lost that job. So I appreciate you two making me relive all that.
You're welcome. So we're happy to have you here tonight. We're going to, the fans can leave their questions in the comments on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Periscope. And I got a couple questions myself. So if you would like to ask a question for Chad Damiani and not my dad's dumbass stepdad, Ted.
I have a question, Mark. Your mom wants to know, are you going to take the garbage out tonight, or do we have to?
I am a world champion, and I don't take garbage cans to the road.
Okay, you're right. You're right. My apologies. I'll take it out again for the champion.
Okay, first question I got for you, Chad Damiani. Why did you quit wrestling to go to Los Angeles to work for the Jetsons?
Well, I did not quit. I was fired on the air by Vince McMahon, along with hundreds of other employees, some with families. No, I don't know why that's funny. I was just about 29 years old and had invested myself completely for 5 years into an industry that summarily spit me out and let me writhe on the sidewalk like a salted slug as I tried to figure out what my new identity would be, and then spent a decade meandering around trying to find purpose before I eventually found work in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. I feel that way in terms of my sexuality right now. I'm really trying to find out who
is this? Who is this person?
I'm exploring a lot with Mark's mom, and we're trying to do role-playing just like you were saying.
Chad Damiani, this is my dumbass stepdad, Ted. He thinks he's my real dad, but he's not.
I love him like a father.
All right, Ted. That's nice.
But you work now
for... You hear the whole interview?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I have to let him on when he wants to come on because I use his equipment because he works at a Radio Shack.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. It's where I'm at in my career. It's fine.
I think it's strange. Most slugs after WCW went to TNA, but you can go there.
Yes, a lot of my friends went there. A lot of my friends went and started a new promotion. I was not told about it. I only knew about it perusing the channels one night because I hadn't been watching TV or really, I just was reading old books from elementary school just to create some sense of permanence in my life. And lo and behold, I see all my colleagues working on television. No calls. Apparently, I just didn't make the cut, even for a shit-ass show like, what's it called? Impact now? TNA? I don't even know.
It's called Impact. Why didn't you just invade it?
Are you asking me why I didn't invade this? That was an angle. That was a storyline. That's not real. People didn't do that.
This is a business.
People in real life don't.
This business is real to me. Okay, we got a question on YouTube for you. Chad, what was your experience like in WCW? From Bishan Silva.
It was a dream. It was a dream for 5 years. I got to travel around the world. I was in a really low-pressure position as an internet broadcast announcer. I was learning how to announce for when perhaps someone like Tony Schiavone or Mike Tenay would have retired, which now I realize would have never happened because they're still working. But I loved it, and I loved being part of that family. And are wrestlers good people? No, they're not good people, but they accepted me.
Well,
And
some are. My son is a good person. I just got to stop. I got to take exception to that because my son is a wonderful person. So
Chad,
one wrestler is good.
You don't got to defend me. I'm not your son. Continue, Chad Damiani, mommy.
I will say that you do sort of get your soul corrupted a little bit by this business.
I get that.
I think, and looking back, I think probably in a better place emotionally. While I've never felt the same level of joy again, I think I'm a better person, and sometimes being a better person, I guess, trumps having personal happiness. So it was a good experience, I guess, is the answer to your question.
There you go.
Good experience.
I still think you should invade Impact or like AEW or something and just come back.
What don't you? So this is what happens in real wrestling, not in the backyards, but on television. There's a room full of people who write lines on a computer, and those lines become a story, like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So a person like me cannot show up at an AEW or a WWE and simply jump over the barricade and start performing. I'm an announcer anyway. What would I do? Would I rip a headset off Jim Ross? Send him into another medical catastrophe?
Why not?
Maybe.
I think
He's 80. He's 85 years old. I could do it, by the way. I don't know if you can see this. This is what I did. I trained like I was in prison when I got out.
Yeah, you're jacked as.
Yeah. I trained like I was serving a life sentence of boredom.
Chad, I get it. Okay, listen to me. I've had low points in my life too. But you know what? I'm still a champion, okay? I still got this title. It's the only thing that keeps me going. You know what? And I've invaded Impact Wrestling. We just walked right in the goddamn offices.
yeah, sure. I think you give them too much credit. We've seen how many people work there. There's not that many people that work there.
I just think, you know what? Maybe take advice.
What about NWA? That one's real, right?
Oh God. You're a grown man. You're an older man who should have life experience, understand the realities and the fictions of what happens on television. Mark, he clearly is developmentally challenged in some way, so I forgive him.
Oh, no.
He's doing his best.
I'm extreme challenge.
Ted,
Yeah.
I'm extreme challenge. Ted, stop. We got a devil kid on YouTube. Chad, anyone reach out from you from WWE when they bought WCW? And also, Mark, please tell your stepdad to stop staring into my soul. Ted, stop. Get away from the camera a little bit. Chad, why didn't you go to WWE? Let's dive back that again.
I was not offered a job. When WCW ended, contracts for announcers and writers and support staff they evaporated. Some of the talent was given the opportunity to have their contracts bought out, but there was no transferring of contracts back then for wrestlers. I did speak briefly a few years later about potentially writing for WWE, but then I didn't pursue it. And to be honest, I didn't go deep enough that I felt like I turned down the opportunity. I just felt like I needed to move on, that my heart had been broken enough. And that I just couldn't handle it again. Like, you only get one dream shattered in your life, you know.
No.
I'm also a widower, so I guess two. I also lost my wife, so you get 2, 3 tops dreams shattered, and you got to move forward or die.
Very sorry about your loss, but I will not say sorry about you getting, leaving the wrestling business, because, what you got to do is grab the brass balls in this business, and you got to pull them. And all I'm hearing from you, Chad Damiani, is excuses. And you know what? Maybe next time when the brass balls are in your face, you need to fucking attack.
Do you even understand how what brass balls? Do you understand this sort of this turn of phrase of like having brass balls? It's not about grabbing and cupping them and pulling them. It's about that is that cardboard?
That's the champ right there.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the belt is made.
Looks like cardboard.
Yeah, it is cardboard, Chad. And it doesn't matter what the goddamn belt's made out of. It matters what it means in here, Chad. You know what? I'm just trying to give advice to you because I'm still in the business. 15 plus years I've been in this business. I've done everything there is to do in this business.
Yeah, I get brass balls.
You've done what?
Shoes. When they fall off a baby's foot or baby's teeth, like balls, baby balls, you dip them in bronze, and then you keep them, and then when there's something to grab, then you grab baby.
And then you grab them, baby. You grab the baby's balls. Chad, have you ever grabbed a baby's ball?
No babies in this. Why? Mark, I'm really happy that you have found some peace with how your life has played out. I wish I could say the same. I wish I was limited in the way you are, that perhaps I could paint a picture of what my life is and pretend that's reality. So I'm jealous.
Look, hey, you don't have to
your father
quit.
Goes.
Look, you don't have to quit a company just because the company goes out of business. It no longer exists. I just show up still. I open the door. I sell the products. Nobody has stopped me. I'm living my dream.
And if you can't paint a painting, you just contact Rob Schamberger. He paints it for you.
Ted, are you being paid for this? Are you being paid to do what you're talking about? Because it's not a job unless someone pays you.
Well, I'm on disability.
Oh, now I feel that. Can I ask what the disability is?
Well, I have sciatica in my back, comes and goes, runs down my side hard. It got a lot worse when I used to try to scoop up Mark in my arms. Just hold him like a little baby, and just rock him and shush him.
This is not appropriate.
So we could bond, and it really aggravated my discs.
And that's when he was fat.
That's a grown man.
Okay, Skeeter, shut the hell up. Okay. We got some more questions coming in for you, Chad Damiani. But I got another question for you.
Damiani, that's fine. Go ahead. Yes.
Damiani. You are one of the co-hosts of the Ravens Effect podcast. Now, I interviewed Raven recently on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/onyourmarkshow. I interviewed him recently, and he told me to talk to you because he wants me to come up. He wants me to be a guest on your podcast, but he wants me to talk to you about setting it up. So when do you want me to do that?
I feel like I'm sad, Mark, but you've been played. I have not been a host on that podcast for well over a year. Raven is a cruel individual. I worked with him almost under duress. It was almost like an abused spouse situation where he was one of the only people I kept in touch with from WCW. And then
Excuse you.
That was that a sound from a person, or was that a computer?
That's a sound from a goddamn monster.
I can tell you quite a few stories about Raven. I traveled with him quite a bit. We have remained, I wouldn't say friends, but friendly. He's gone through a transformation. He used to be a pretty lousy guy, and now somehow it's worse.
I don't know. I interviewed him recently, and we're boys. Like he digs me.
Oh, that's nice.
Huh.
Well, wait the other shoe to drop, Mark, because it will.
I don't know.
Everybody you in now to his Carney web. What's that, Skeeter?
Then you bronze that shoe and you put it next to the balls and the baby teeth.
What is it? Are you okay?
No.
Is everyone okay here?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Skeeter, you're the best.
Don't.
Does your dad understand how cameras work on these things? Because your dad is so close.
He's not my dad.
And also
Stop
not-
saying he's my dad.
I could use Mark just to stop by give me a tutorial, but he keeps saying he's too busy.
I'm very busy. We got a question on YouTube from Flocka171. Chad, you were scared that if you got Eric Bischoff mad, he would use his karate on you?
It's a very interesting question. There was I would say for real, there was always a question of how tough Eric Bischoff was. I
can tell you for a fact he's a bitch.
He did know karate. Wow. You might be right. Actually, this is a true story. Years after I worked there, I was pitching a show at a place called Fremantle Media that had a bunch of big reality shows, and I saw Eric in the lobby, and he hadn't seen me for years. I hadn't seen him. I didn't even know if he would remember me because I wasn't very high up on the ladder. And I walked up to him, and I just started talking to him. We had a nice conversation, and I was really boasting about how my life had changed and how I had sold some reality shows, and things were on the up and up. And he just kept nodding, and he laughed, and my writing partner was laughing and laughing. I'm like, what's the big deal? And he goes, look at your shirt, asshole. And I looked down, and I had on a vintage WCW crew shirt.
Hell yeah.
That I just wore. But no, Mark, it was embarrassing because it looked like I had not moved on. It had been 8 years, and I was in this. It was only the crew had these shirts. It wasn't.
What
even
else would you wear?
A shirt for professional wrestling.
What else would you wear?
Why would you ever give up on something that didn't work out? If you hold on to it and invade it and attack it, that's what makes it go through.
That's not how things work. That is, guys. I'm going to tell you a little something about pro wrestling. It is a cesspool. Okay, it is. Might as well be an internment camp for athletes. Okay,
I love pools and I love
real facts.
So I am in.
Skeeter, wow, I'm strangely the most worried about you, and there's a lot to worry about in these squares, but I'm mostly worried about you and your general health.
Well, I hope that 8 years from now, my Marky is still in our backyard, living his dream. I don't see anything wrong with that. True to the crew.
I'm gonna be on TV any day now, and I can't wait to fucking leave you. Pardon my language. This isn't even on the uncensored show. DGU from YouTube, Chad, would you join Backyard Wrestling Entertainment? If so, would you help Mark behind the scenes or manage Skeeter? And Skeeter's not a wrestler.
Honestly, if I would join this organization, one, I would certainly give everyone an immediate COVID test because none of these people feel safe to me.
Okay, what the hell is COVID? What the fuck is COVID? Is it a goddamn luchador? Everybody's talking about COVID. Quarantine, luchadors. What is COVID?
It's an enormous pandemic.
What is pandemic?
Spreading all of.
These sound like luchadors. I don't know or have the time to research.
That's why I tell you, just come in for a half an hour at 5:30 and watch the world news with me every night. ABC World News.
I don't have
I think you said picnic. It's a worldwide picnic. That's fun. Can I bring apples?
Wow. Have you guys been leaving your houses?
Yeah, every day.
Have you been outside?
Have you
noticed people have masks on? Have you noticed that people covered their faces with masks?
Wrestling fans.
Noticed this.
Wrestling fans.
Well, wrestler wears a surgical mask. Isaac Yankem?
Yes.
You think people are dressing like Isaac Yankem in 2020?
Yes.
And Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Nostalgia is real.
What do you do for money? What do you all do for money? You don't get paid, Ted, so I'm not asking you.
Well, I get to my disability checks.
I run a company. I don't know if you know about that. Don't know if you know about business, but I run a business. I'm a grown-ass man.
And Mark's mom and I help support him.
They are
probably more what I expected.
They're investors, and
That's
they
right.
will be recouped at one day when I feel like it.
Angel investors. We're guardian angels.
This is tragic. You know, I've been watching a lot of documentaries on Netflix about murderers going away that were innocent or people convicted of murder, and this is the saddest documentary I've seen this year.
Yeah, research. I get that.
Did you see Unsolved Mysteries? That's a spooky show. Do 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 do.
He's just singing the song. He's just doing the song. Show.
I watch that show. I watch a show called Solve Mysteries. I don't like not knowing.
Okay, let's take a moment to pick a pause for the pause, and we're going to do a brief advertisement. We're going to first let Chad Damiani promote anything he'd like to promote, whether it's anything from any WCW stuff or Ravens podcast or whatever you want to promote. The floor is yours.
I will promote that a series that I did is on Hulu currently. It's called Two Pink Doors. It's a group of professionally trained clowns, which is
what?
Yes.
Continue.
It's a show on Hulu. It's streaming. It's called Two Pink Doors. I work with a bunch of really talented actors/clowns. It's a comedy show. All the pieces are 3 to 5 minutes long.
Do you work with Doink?
It's a work of art. It's
ICP?
Is this normal to be questioned during your plugs?
I'm just pumped, man. You say you work.
I've plugged things before.
Okay, sorry. Continue your plugging.
So we recently submitted for Emmy consideration. So also, if you know anyone and can spread the word, please vote for us. It would be, for a career that fell as dramatically as mine in the Hindenburg style, this could be my break to work in real entertainment and not pajama fighting. So please do whatever you have to. Watch the show. Help me out.
That's awesome. To get Emma consideration, she's got them bubbles.
No, Emmy, Skeeter. It's a golden. It's a statue that means you've made it in entertainment. Yeah.
I think you mean a slammy. Then.
It's not a slammy. There's ones for Hollywood too. It's a Hollywood slammy. Now listen.
Slammy is a derivative of this. Slammy. We are not a derivative of a slammy.
No, the Emmy's a Hollywood slammy.
And
that's right.
Emma is a WWE superstar.
And he works with Doink.
And Insane Clown Posse. All those clowns know each other. And Dink.
Doink and Dink, yeah. Chad, this would lead me, before I take a moment to promote something, this would lead me, being that you talking about Hulu and, all this kind of business stuff. Can you help, first part of this two-part question, can you help me get my biopic made? And who do you think should play me, and why is it Denzel Washington?
Oh, he'd be good.
The first part of that question is no, I cannot help you get a biopic made, because one of the first rules of a biopic is it must be done about a life worth living. In terms of who I think should play you, I would guess you could just go play yourself, if you know what I'm saying, because that's what this whole show's been, one big jack-off session. And I'm disgusted.
Well, I think you could play yourself, because you'd be a better actor than Denzel Washington, that's for sure. I don't know if you're the next. I don't know if you're as good as John Cena, but you're better than Denzel.
Don't even mention me in the same breath with John Cena, first of all. But Chad, why can't you did a Hulu show? Why can't you get my biopic made? And my life has been worth living. I am a 15+ year undefeated champion, and there's nobody in this business that has done that. That's a story.
I mean, a story of delusion. Part of me started this angry, but I'll be honest, I've just grown into a deep, penetrating sadness for what I've seen here today.
Oh, no.
Skeeter's laughing. He doesn't even understand probably, or thought it was funny when I said penetrating. I don't know what's happened.
No,
You
just
move
you're not
on,
angry
Mark.
anymore. That's good. Once you're not angry anymore, even if it's depressing sadness, like that's a step up.
Well, a lot of people get sad when they get around me because they realize that they will never be as good as me.
Yes.
That's wow. That is logic with ionic powers.
Chad Damiani, I want to help you. I want to offer you a job in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. I want to give you the opportunity to get my biopic made. I want to open doors for you. You know? I see a fallen star when I see it, and I want to scoop it up and put it back up in the sky right next to the moon.
Okay, stars are way further away than the moon. You know that. Stars are millions of light years, trillions of light years away. The moon is...
Prove it.
No, it's all flat. When you look up, it's all flat, and it's all in the same thing.
They're all right next to each other.
It's a wall. Like, you just put them all next to each other.
Mark,
can I help you?
I hate to be rude, but I gotta take my pills.
Okay,
I gotta go take my pills.
Great.
And try to go sleep. Hey, can I ask you something though before I go? You think it's been too cold in the house lately? Because your mom thinks it's fine, and I think she's got the air conditioner too low. Because I'm freezing my tuchus off. I don't feel like I should have my slippers and my robe on. My slippers and my robe on in the middle of July.
Hey, Ted, why don't you grow a sack, okay? You little bitch.
And bronze.
Wow.
Listen, I know you love me. I know you love me. I know you don't mean
I can't do this anymore.
Okay.
Mark, I can't do this anymore.
Hey, I'm going to grow a sack of breast.
I'm going.
Chad,
Chad, I'm going.
Chad, Dan and Mommy, don't leave. Chad, Dan and Mommy, don't leave.
No.
Ted, I'm leaving. By the way, all of you.
You're going to leave?
Hell.
Oh, no.
Ted, you fuck.
Well.
Ted, you ruined it.
I'm going to go take my pills. I do not remember the dosage exactly because I lost the sheet.
Take extra. So, take them all.
Just come by in a couple hours. Make sure I'm still breathing.
I'm still here. I'm still here. Can you hear me? I'm still here. Just so you know, don't be sad. I'm still here. Marky Xtreme. Can you hear me? I'm still on the internet.
Skeeter, stop it. Skeeter, I need to like cool down and you know what? While I do that, take a moment and tell everybody about our podcast and tomorrow's guest for tomorrow's episode. I need a moment.
Well, other than Ted having to leave, take his medication, and Chad Damian Priest having to go, disappointed in the whole situation, this has been going great. And everybody, you should know, if you haven't been watching yet, we got a podcast. It's hosted by me and Marky Xtreme. Where'd he go? Marky Xtreme. And we talk about big topics in wrestling. And this week, we're going to be talking about Bayley. Oh, it's great. We talk about her whole career. We talked about her time in NXT, and then going to Raw, and then coming to SmackDown, and everything that's happened, winning Money in the Bank, and the 4 Horsewomen, all that good stuff. Oh, it's a great episode. Nick Aldis was last week. You're going to want to listen to that too. There's some miscommunication in that one, but it's fine. It's a great episode. It's available on all your listening platforms, and even available on YouTube. You can listen to them here too. But it comes out tomorrow.
That's right. With the Mon Mark podcast tomorrow, be sure to listen. It's a hell of an episode. I am in the mood to shoot. I'm in the mood to shoot hard at, you know what? This episode was horrible. It's all Ted's fault, and I'm going to rip his balls off when I see him later. But if you would like me to rip somebody's balls off in this episode, donate to the show via super chat on YouTube, and I will shoot hard, raw, and uncensored on god dang anything you want. So leave us a super chat on YouTube to donate to the show. We got a lot of questions that we need to jump into.
Sure.
Thank you all. What?
Yeah.
And thank you all for watching Question Mark Live. I want to apologize for my dumbass stepdad Ted for ruining this whole episode. Skeeter, Chad could have opened a lot of doors.
You didn't even get his Hulu account information. That would have been real good because then we could have watched the show.
That was the next thing I was gonna get to.
We'll just put it back on.
I don't know where I'll try texting him in a second.
Just do what the SmackDown hacker does. Just hack into him and put him on.
I might have to because I can hack anything I want. Andy Konganangi on Facebook. When Ted talks, it makes me want to punch my wall until I break my hand. I loathe Ted. I feel you. I've broken many walls because of Ted's stupidness.
I love Ted too. Ted's great. He's the best.
Oh, I hate this guy. Kill Nation 123 on YouTube says, Skeeter, we love you. Blah, 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 blah.
I love you too.
You're not doing anything with your hands. That looks like testicles.
What? I'm doing the heart.
It looks like balls.
Heart you in the periscope. Maybe they work in the Navy and they can see me through the periscope. This is great. We're on everything now. Soon we're going to be on WWE Network. That's going to be good.
If they know what if they know what was best for them, yeah, we would be on WWE Network. And I'm sure Vince is watching. I'm sure Hunter's watching. And you know what? You want to spike the ratings? You know, you're looking at Spike Xtreme right here.
Can we have a karaoke showdown?
No, that was dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That is one of the best things I ever seen. They're so good. They sang songs. They sang wrestler songs. We should do that. That'd be so fun. We should have a karaoke showdown on Your Mark Live right now.
Nobody wants to see that.
Why wouldn't they? It's wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling is not singing and karaoke. Okay, even though I'm a hell of a singer, I keep my business separate.
And what if he goes on SmackDown? That's wrestling.
Willie Reichert on Facebook. I live in a small rural community and I don't have much money, but I'd like to put on a wrestling event and have you wrestle there. Would you be willing to wrestle for food stamps? I would consider it. It's not like I haven't done it before.
Like little stickers they put on fruit?
Yeah, that's a food stamp, isn't it?
What does that do? That's dumb. It just tells you what type of fruit it is.
Yeah, but you could save them up and you can send them off for a shirt, right? It's a stamps for a cause program. I don't know. There was that thing that thing we did in school. It was a box top for education or whatever.
We just always got cans.
Oh yeah, that's a separate thing though. Andy Konganani, I wish Ted got COVID. What is that? What's Ted got a luchador? Every time I see somebody say COVID, pandemic, quarantine, I just stopped listening because
COVID was in Lucha House Party because that's why everybody's in the house and they're dressed like luchadors.
But then what does that question mean? I wish Ted got them. What does that mean? Understood it?
It's not a question, is it? It's
a statement, I guess it's a statement. Keith Christian on YouTube. How do you not have more subscribers? Hilarious. Well, thank you so much. Tell your friends. Get your friends to watch.
I got an idea too. Everybody talks about Reddit, which I don't read a whole lot, but everybody talks about Reddit.
I already read it. I read it.
Well, they should go on that Reddit and tell everybody for the wrestling Reddit, whatever it is, and put links to the show and tell people, hey, you should watch the show because everybody reads it.
What is Reddit?
When you're done reading something.
Okay, well, if y'all are done reading something, go on Reddit and tell them about us. Whatever.
Reddit.
DGU on YouTube. Mark, I have on good authority that Greg the Hammer Valentine is your father. Well, I can't believe that until there's proof. Brief cliff notes. If you just tuning in for the first time, my dad is a real wrestler. He's out there. I don't know who he is. My mom in the 80s banged a wrestler. She was a little drunk and, doesn't remember who it was, but, she knows he was a wrestler. They all looked the same back then. And he, is out there. And I hope to one day unite with him and form a tag team. But I won't believe until I see it.
I believe it.
I want it to be somebody like The Rock or maybe Brock Lesnar or something. Chloe Macaulay Golly on YouTube. Hey, Mark. What's up, dude? Hey. Didn't say hi to you, Skeeter. Oh, yep, he did. God dang it.
Oh. Hey. See? Making friends. That's what internet's all about. It's all about making friends.
Bobby Chuck on YouTube. Maybe Chad should talk to Jeff Matthews at Impact about getting a job. I think that, first of all, screw Jeff Matthews. He's a goddamn nerd who made his wife in a basement. But I still think, and Skeeter, tell me what you think about this. I think Chad should just invade. You want something, you go grab it. I think Chad's a little bit of a bitch,
I don't think that. I just think he's sensitive. But the size of his bicep is the size of Josh Matthews. He should just go on in and go, I work here now.
He's jacked, and you know what? Why not be a wrestler now? Why not transition?
I mean, people do way more stuff in the ring. That people take way more bumps, and that's way more exciting. So if you're going to be wrestling back then in the 80s and 90s, just doing a lot of holds and stuff, that's boring. Now it's all the moves, which means more pain. But I mean, whatever.
Before we get to another brief advertisement, let's take one more question. Kill Nation 123 on YouTube. Hey, Skeeter, what's your favorite wrestler? Who's your favorite wrestler?
Obviously, my favorite wrestler is my mentor and my best friend in the world, Marky Xtreme. Wait, where'd you go? Marky Xtreme. But other Marky Xtreme is John Cena. Like, it's so close. It's so close.
It's not close. Right. You're delusional. There. It's not.
He's right there. He's
not close.
And then Roman Reigns. And then, it used to be Bayley, but then we're going to talk about that in podcast, but it used to be Bayley. She used to be up there. Seth Rollins, but then he's bad too now. I don't like him so much. I love the Viking Raiders.
Ugh.
They're great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you something cool, Skeeter. Let's take a trip over for our next advertisement to our Patreon page. Skeeter, tell everybody about our Patreon page.
It's there. There we go.
Oh.
It's there.
There we go. Now you're back. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
No, tell them about it.
That's it. You go to it. And it's patreon.com/OIM show. And there's stuff. Oh, I get to be like Vanna White. So you can get stuff like the extreme shout outs, right? You can get mentioned on the podcast. You can see these question mark lives on there after they've been live for 24 hours. You can get the backyard pass. That's my favorite, because then for $5 a month, you get everything early. You get the podcast early. You get any videos early. You get it 2 days early before anybody else. And then you also get the replica championship at another tier. You get your own Marky Xtreme Backyard Wrestling Entertainment Championship. That's there. And also, this is where the big boys play.
And then this is one of my favorites. For $100 a month, you will be immortalized in history, because you will get a special sponsor spot in one of our On Your Mark shoot interviews. That's basically like living forever.
Is it?
Kind of is, yeah.
Well, that's pretty great. Then Hulk Hogan should do it, because he says he's immortal.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, if he's immortal, he's already done it.
He's already sponsored on the show?
Well, I don't know, but he's immortal, and to become immortal, you got to become one of our patrons. But You want to be a loyal skid mark? This is the link to do it. It's patreon.com/OIM show. You get replays of these question mark live episodes. The only place you'll see replays, because after about 24 hours on our YouTube and Facebook and everything, we take them down and we put them over on our Patreon. You're getting everything early, the podcast, the YouTube videos, god dang everything. Getting replica belts. Soon we're going to have exclusive merch just for the Patreon. We're giving you more and more and more cool stuff at the Patreon page. So patreon.com/OIM show. Let's go back to some questions. This is Question Mark Live, and if you're just tuning in, this is the show where you can ask us questions, and we had a great guest until my dumbass stepdad Ted ruined it. I'm pissed.
Hey, you should mention that you're on that other show. We both were. We that Josh Talk show. He interviewed you.
Yeah, well, he invaded it. You know, when we want something, we take it, Skeeter.
Can I have Rosemary's phone number?
You got to take the garbage out. Take my garbage out. All right.
Okay, then can I get it?
Maybe. Chloe Kamakala, much love for you guys. How are y'all? Well, like I said, I'm a bit frustrated because my stepdad Ted ruined this episode with Chad Damiani. But how are you, Skeeter?
I'm doing pretty dang good. This is a great day. This is my favorite day of the week, other than when we record the podcast. That's also my favorite day of the week. And then, training days, that's also my favorite day of the week. And then just sometimes it's helping out Mark with the chores around the house that he doesn't do. That's my favorite day of the week. And, promo days, that any day I get to hang around Marky Xtreme, that's my favorite day of the week.
And if you want us to shoot hard, either Skeeter or myself, leave a donate to us in the super chat on YouTube, and we'll shoot hard on anything you want, and that means cussing.
I'm not gonna cuss.
Skeeter, if somebody donates, you're gonna cuss.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think Skeeter's been frozen because he's on AOL dial-up.
I'm just scared to cuss it. It froze me in fear.
Oh, you're frozen in fear. Convenient. DGU on YouTube. I want Ted to get destroyed by Raven's fuck, to be honest. Well, that would be convenient. And, I don't know if you've seen my shoot interview with Raven over at youtube.com/onyourmarkshow, but we're boys. And, I asked Raven all about his fuck from WCW. Raven's fuck was awesome. And go to youtube.com/onyourmarkshow to watch that shoot interview. I thought Chad Damiani was still on the Ravens Effect podcast.
I thought he didn't have any guests, so why would he be on there?
But he was like a co-host or something. I don't know. God dang it. I'm going to tell him that you told me to ask that question.
What? I didn't say that.
But you told me to ask it.
I did?
Yeah. Why? Shouldn't have told me to ask that question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, did I make him mad?
Yeah, I think it upset him quite a bit, Maybe you shouldn't have done that.
I probably shouldn't have. If I remembered that I did it, I definitely wouldn't have done it, but I don't remember doing it, so I guess I shouldn't have.
Yep. Hey, did you see on that there's a podcast out with Tone Shao Kahn from AEW and Eric Bischoff?
Well, they don't even know each other. They don't work at the same company.
No, but they did a interview podcast together. I bet
How?
that's over the internet, like we're doing now, you dummy.
Oh, they did the same thing as us?
I think so.
Well, that's exciting. So that means Eric Bischoff's going to buy AEW?
Probably, or he's going to come in there and he's going to, maybe bring the NWO, and then maybe Hulk Hogan will come in there, and Sting. Maybe they'll have another Hulk Hogan versus Sting. Hell, man, that'd be sick.
No, well, then what happens to Marco Stunt?
Who cares?
I care.
Yeah, I know you care. Kale Nation 123 on YouTube. Mark, just so you know, I always want to remind you, you can never be a star, and you suck as a wrestler, and you only learn how to do your. Okay, that was Matt Harris on YouTube. Wow, almost caught your live feed for real, but I botched it. Well, you're watching it now, and you can rewatch it later, or go to our Patreon and watch all the other ones. You know, right?
Well, maybe he botched it because he forgot to put a photo of himself.
Yeah, you gotta get a picture on YouTube, dude.
Why does nobody have a photo of me?
Why would anybody? Because people want people to click their profile and not punch their computer screens.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, we think it's time. We got a super chat, Skeeter. Oh, hell yeah. You know what this means, Skeeter? We got a $5 super chat from DGU. You know what that means, Skeeter?
That means you're going to be cussing.
I'm going to say a few curse words because it's time to shoot hard. I'm shooting real hard on that luchador COVID because I see you back there. You're hopping over the fence from Jose's yard, my neighbor Jose. That's where my luchador division is. Well, you know what? Come all over here to the backyard, COVID. Take your mask off and get right in my face, man to man. And you know, it gets so close that I feel your breath and your spit and your saliva because I'm going to spit my soul right into your mouth. That's right. I'm gonna hawk a goddamn loogie in your mouth, COVID, and I'm gonna get in there real fucking hard. And once I'm done with you, COVID, you're gonna be screaming like a little bitch. And then I'm gonna take your mask, and then I'm gonna put your mask on me to show you just how big of a little old bitch you are, COVID. Oh, God.
You got breathed during those.
No, Skeeter. Hold on. Okay, I'm done. I'm back. Okay. Skeeter, what's the first thing I taught you about promo? You don't breathe. That's one of the first things that you told us. You get everything. You yell and you scream as loud and as hard as you can. And you say, the fact of the matter, you cuss, but one of the main things about cutting a good promo, you don't breathe, Skeeter, because when we're wrestlers, we don't got time to breathe. Okay.
Yeah, it's just we're almost out of the smelly salts, so I don't know how I'm gonna wake you up if you pass out again.
Told you, Skeeter, that you just give me a tap on the balls and I'll wake up.
Okay.
But thank you, DGU, for that $5 super chat. And if you want me or Skeeter to shoot hard, give us a super chat on YouTube and specify in it who you and what you want, because we'll do pretty much goddamn anything.
I won't curse though. I don't want to say no swears.
Oh no, you're gonna cuss if I tell you to. Okay, let's take another pause for the pause, and let's do a brief advertisement. Skeeter, I'm gonna show you a picture. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me what you think about when you see this picture.
It's like one of those psych evaluation tests. I've taken a lot of those.
There it is.
Oh, I remember that. That was exciting. That was in Kenny King's backyard.
Hell yeah, it was. But what are we holding there? What's he got in his hand?
Well, you forced that shirt in his hands, and he told him to hold it up while I took a photo. He said, come on, please, just just do this. Because you gave him a shirt, he's wearing it, and then he took it off during the interview because you made him so upset and so mad.
No, that's not what happened. In fact, what happened was, Kenny was like, I don't want to do this. Fucking stop. You're annoying the shit out of me. But he's ribbing. It's what boys do. And, he did want to show how much he supported On Your Mark with an On Your Mark t-shirt. And you know what, Skeeter, the only place to get the best, sickest shirts in wrestling is at our Pro Wrestling Tees store at prowrestlingtees.com/OIM show. And tell the world about some of these sick ass shirts, Skeeter.
Oh, there's mine. That's my shirt. This is the shirt I'm wearing right now, except I ain't got no sleeves on it, so that way I can show off my muscles. There's that one. There's On Your Mark shirt. There's Backyard Wrestling Academy, which is where I train. But There's an Extreme Cruise, which you went on. I thought you got eaten by sharks. There's the Marky Extreme. There's a bunch of shirts there. That's so many shirts to choose from. That's so great, and they're all
comfortable.
Yeah, you can make them even softer too if you want. They have options where you can make them softer. You can get different cuts in the way that you want to do that. If you want to customize it, that's so many. Look at all the colors. So many different colors, so you can look good for all occasions, for summertime, for fall time, for winter time, and the other time. That's great. And then it says your bio too, and all social media stuff. Can you click on it? Does it even work?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't need to click it because I've already been there before. But if you want to be cool as hell, and if you want to get some chicks or some dudes, if you're a chick, well then wear some of these kick-ass shirts, just not this Skeeter Skyflyer shirt. But go to prowrestlingtees.com/OIM show. And a little birdie told me that we got some kick-ass new designs coming very, very soon.
Raven's a bird. Was it Raven?
No, it's a saying, Skeeter. It's a saying.
Raven's a saying?
Sometimes
he said nevermore. As a saying.
No, Skeeter, stop. Sometimes you exhaust me so much that how you annoy me and anger me.
That's the shoot hards. That's what exhausts you.
No, that didn't exhaust me because I shoot hard all the time on everything. All right, so we got another question on YouTube. Cool Nation 123. Kenny King is a better wrestler than Marky. That is not true.
Well,
Kenny
that's not
King,
a question.
It's a statement, you stupid idiot. But Kenny King is a great wrestler. Yes, nobody is better than Marky Extreme.
He's really athletic, though. I mean, you can't take that away from him. Like he's really athletic. You're both great wrestlers. I think you're the best wrestler in the world. But he's so athletic, and he does stuff with ropes in a ring. So it's kind of hard to compare because you don't do that at all.
My ring is the world.
Yeah, but you don't climb up on no turnbuckles or nothing because you don't.
I don't need to. I climb on roofs. More space to do things. Not enough space on turnbuckles.
But you just don't. I'd love to. Man, can I get a turnbuckle for Christmas?
Where the hell am I gonna get a turnbuckle from? Look at a turnbuckle store.
Can you just go to the wrestler store?
Yeah, I'll go to the wrestler store, Skeeter, and I'll get you a turnbuckle for Christmas. God, you're an idiot.
Thank you. What do you want for Christmas?
My dad. I want to spend Christmas with my dad.
Well, I don't know who that is. Can I wrap up Ted and put him under the tree?
No, I have to spend Christmas with my stepdad, Ted, and he tries so hard to be a good father, but it's annoying, and I don't need it. I need my real father.
Yeah, but if you love someone, you try really hard. Isn't that's the best way to go about things? Is you just keep trying. And
you don't know nothing about love.
Yeah, I do.
What do you know?
I love you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a couple more minutes left for maybe a couple more questions or potentially a super chat. But Skeeter, this has been a colossal god dang letdown. I came into this episode thinking my life was going to change. I got a former WCW superstar coming in here, and my stepdad, Ted, ruined it.
Yeah, you probably just got your hopes too high. I think it went pretty good overall. I mean, he was there. He was on for like half the time. That's pretty good. A lot of people walk away or they never want to be on camera with you in the first place. So that seems like a win.
Skeeter, that's not true. Look how many people I've interviewed at our YouTube.
Yeah, look at all the other people that went, no thanks, I don't, no, and then they do that.
That does not ever happen, Skeeter.
On my face.
That does not ever happen. And Skeeter, we don't have to say that because what their fans don't know don't hurt them. Okay?
I don't know what you're saying when you clench teeth all angrily.
I'm trying to communicate with you without everybody at home knowing what I'm saying.
I don't get it. I don't know what that means. You should
Never.
just say it loud so everyone.
I'm trying to communicate with you without people at home knowing what I'm saying.
Why?
Because I don't want them to know certain things.
Well, then why are you doing a Q&A live if you don't want them to know things?
Skeeter, I need you to stop. You're good. You're
Everybody
good.
in the chat, if you want to know the secret things, ask secret and personal deep questions.
Don't. No, I don't want. I won't answer them.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight in the virtual backyard for Question Mark Live. And I do apologize that this episode was a little bit of a letdown. I know everybody at home was probably thinking, oh, former WCW superstar Chad Damiani is coming on the show. He's gonna open so many doors for Marky. But again, I apologize that my dumbass stepdad Ted ruined all of that. But you know, what can you do? I'm gonna, before we wrap up here, Skeeter, let's take a moment to, what are you pointing at?
Nice chat, the one that you'd like a lot in the chats. Look at that.
I can't imagine the title being taken by anyone, much less Skeeter, by Matt Harris on YouTube. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, it's not.
And that's you up a little bit from being a grumpy Gus.
Don't call me a grumpy Gus.
A negative Nancy.
Don't call me. No, first of all, not Nancy. Okay. Matt Harris, thank you so much, and thank you for watching the show. But we got to wrap it up here. And before we do that, we got to come promote a few things. First of all, tomorrow we've got a big episode of the On Your Mark Wrestling Podcast. We are deep diving into Bayley, into the topic of Bayley, and we're going to tell you everything from her start in wrestling and all the way from the beginning to today at onyourmarkshow.com. And you can also find the podcast on iTunes, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, and it's brought to you by the Dragon Wagon Radio Podcast Network. And also, Skeeter, tell them a bit about our contest happening on our YouTube channel.
You get what I am? Can you guess what I am?
Look, you're flailing around like a moron.
Yeah, I'm one of the inflatable Bailey buddies before she murdered them.
Skeeter, tell the fans about the contest happening on our YouTube channel.
On your mark, 10K go. If we get 10,000 subscribers, we give away a video game. WWE Battlegrounds looks super fun with legends and current superstars. The men, the women, they're all fighting in the ring. They like line up and catch on fire and have lightning. They hit each other. It's called WWE Battlegrounds. You'll be in the contest if you're a subscriber. It's chosen at random. So once we hit 10,000 subscribers, you get a free video game.
That's right. And also, if you want to look as cool as I do, then go to prowrestlingtees.com/OIM show. Skeeter, oh God, stop. It's too much. It's too much. prowrestlingtees.com/OIM show. Get one of our t-shirts. If you want to rewatch these Question Mark Live episodes, if you want early access to our videos and podcasts, and if you want exclusive merch that's coming soon, then become one of the Skid Marks. Become one of the loyal On Your Mark fans. Our Skid Mark fan base is growing real strong. You can join now for as little as $1 a month over at show. Patreon's getting pretty sick.
Yeah, it's great. It's so nice hearing from all the fans and everybody joining in more, watching the videos, watching the podcast, watching these, and just share it around. Put it on the Reddit, put it on the Twitter, put it on the Facebook. Just let people know that if they're like, oh, wrestling, I don't know about that, or oh, it's not fun. Then watch this. Watch this.
And tow her, Skeeter's dripping. What the hell does that mean?
I think that's a cool thing. I think that's like Johnny Drip Drip, John Morrison.
Ew. Sounds gross to me. Sounds disgusting. Ugh. Don't want it. Don't even want it.
Funky fresh.
No, I think that means something else. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week. Same Xtreme time, same Xtreme channels. And Skeeter, would you like to know who our special guest is next week?
Oh, is next week Mark Madden?
No, next week is not Mark Madden. But I wish it was this week instead of this colossal god dang mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, our special guest on Question Mark Live is straight from the creepy ass compound, Sin Bodie. What do you think about that, Skeeter? It's everything's gonna go perfectly fine.
Is next week Halloween?
No.
It's scary. Things don't go well when we are around Sin Bodie. He's
Peter,
scary.
it's been a long time, and I think it's water under the fridge. And I think that everything at this point is totally fine. It's totally fine.
Is he gonna bring a snake?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not in the same room, which is great. Although knowing him, he may have some teleportation powers or some crazy shit. But yeah, Sin Bodie next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Question Mark Live. We got a couple more questions and things popping in right before we wrap up. We'll take these because we love our skid marks. And Toher, Skeeter, you single? What? This isn't a dating show.
It could be. Wouldn't that be great? We start a dating show. We could both be on it.
We're a little rocky right now, but my girlfriend is fine, and I plan on getting some of her Applebee's. She's gonna be bringing home tonight anyway. So,
yes, and I am single. Thank you for asking.
Javaris Kirkland, love you, Marky Xtreme, love you too, man. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been a colossal train wreck of a episode of Question Mark Live, but still, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Again, we will be back next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. And again, now we are streaming on Facebook, we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Twitch, and we're streaming on Periscope. And all those links, just search On Your Mark. It's twitch.tv/OIM show, facebook.com/OIM show, Periscope/OIM show, and youtube.com/On Your Mark show. Skeeter, what do you have to say about this episode this week?
Thanks to all the brave men and women in the Navy watching the Periscope. I think you do a great job for our country, and I salute you like John Cena salutes.
Thank you all so much for watching. I promise next week won't go out, nothing bad will happen. See you guys. Oh man. Right at the end of it, Joshua Fahey, thank you so much for that $2 super chat for the supporting the show. Still a fun episode. I know. Sorry about the mistakes, but I'm glad you enjoyed it, buddy. Thank you for your constant support. Joshua Fahey continues to support the show, Skeeter.
Maybe he wants you to shoot hard on something.
He didn't tell me to, and I got to take a shit. Okay, so next week, if you wanted me to shoot hard, Joshua Fahey, you can tell me in the comments, and I will shoot hard on it. Something for you. Kid Nova, thank you so much for watching. Well, Skeeter, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to take a shit. How about you?
No, I do that like once a week.
You need to go to the doctor. Thank you guys so much for watching.